Santina, founder of Born to Vibe, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself and what Born to Vibe really is to give you guys a little bit more of an insight and idea of what's going on. So I'm 25 years old. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I live in New York now. I went to college in Pittsburgh at a university called California University of Pennsylvania. After I graduated in 2015, I went to the real California for about 5 months and had 2 music internships there. The first one was an independent record label called Morehouse Records, and the second was with an independent band, Radical Something. And those were some of the best memories and experiences, honestly, of my life. I learned a lot, had a ton of fun, and just really enjoyed being around the presence of music as much as I could in a place as beautiful and powerful as LA. So my biggest passion in life is definitely music in general. I love being around in any way and capacity as possible. Going to concerts and live shows is hands down the best feeling. I'm absolutely the most myself that I ever can be when I'm in the presence of live music. So shows, concerts, and festivals, that's where my home is. In 2008 is when I really discovered that that's what I wanted to do for, honestly, the rest of my life. I went to a May Day Parade concert back, in my youth with my angst and misunderstood attitude and passion and all of that. Went to a May Day Parade concert, and I had no idea that they would come and meet you, take pictures, talk to you after. And when I found out that that was the case, I was absolutely mind blown and mesmerized. I mean, these are the people that I went home and listened to on my iPod every single day and knew all the lyrics, and I felt understood by them, even when I totally felt misunderstood. So that was a really pivotal moment for me to realize that you can make that human connection with the artist that you feel like you already have a connection with yourself. So that was definitely a big moment for me. I knew then and there that music was going to be incorporated into my life and my career path and what I wanted to do in one way or another right in that moment. So in 2013 is when I actually started to really pick up on all of this. I would, when I loved a band or an artist, I would have to know everything about them. I would research, know every detail. I would watch every single interview, get as much information as I possibly could about them. And as I would watch these interviews, I would watch them and think, wow, I can do this. And not only could I do this, but I can do this better. So that's really when I decided to try it out and start it up. And I did pretty well, and I interviewed some really, really amazing artists, 2 of which stand out to me the most because they're 2 of my favorite. One is the band Paris, and 2 is the artist Modson. I literally have Modson tattooed on my wrist because I love him that much, and the experience I had when I did interview him was so profound. He's truly an incredible and amazing human being. But you know what? I never really stuck with it. I was not ever really consistent with it from 2013 on. Consistency was my biggest battle, and that really had to do with, in part, just, from being a very anxious person and dealing with a lot of mental health issues, anxiety especially, and I would get really focused and into it for a short amount of time, and then that anxiety would just take over and I would allow it to. And it took me a long time to accept that that was a part of who I am, and that there's more to me, and that's not the only part, and that you can overcome that. Your mind is such a powerful thing, and you really can do whatever you truly want to do, and mental health does not define you, and we really need to be able to be more accepting of ourselves and open and be willing to have a conversation about it. So now I'm at the point in my life where I've accepted so much. I feel like I've grown tremendously, and I am really ready to kind of start over and push forward. So I felt that the best way to do that was to literally start over. So scratch the old name, rebrand, restart over, and Born to Vibe was, well, born. And I came up with Born to Vibe one day on my drive to my 9 to 5 job, and I was just daydreaming, thinking about how I'm not meant for this life. I think it's great. Anyone who does a 9 to 5 and who enjoys it and whatever, that's so wonderful. It's just so not for me. It was such a defining moment, honestly, that to be in this job and to just know that this is not what I want to do forever. And so I was just on my way to work, and I was daydreaming, and I was thinking, you know what, like, we're not born to just exist. We are born to live and go on an adventure and explore and try new things and meet new people and have all these experiences. And I just was like, I was born to live. And Born to Live really struck me. But I'm such a person about vibes and energy, and that's so important to me. And I really wanted to incorporate the word vibes in my name. So I was enamored by Born to Live, and then it just hit me, Born to Vibe. And it worked. It felt right. It felt natural. And so Born to Vibe again was, like I said, born, and here we are. And what Born to Vibe really is to me is just, in short, a platform, a safe space for art in general. I just want it to be a place where people can share their art with me, have a place to help promote them, support them, and for a place for everybody else to go and find new art, find your new favorite poet, or your new favorite singer-songwriter, or your new favorite photographer, something a little bit more underground and raw and authentic and different. And interviewing is absolutely my favorite part of that. It makes for a really genuine human connection. I feel like I get to know the artist and their work on a really much more deeper level, and to me that's everything. I like to be able to show the world, what they have to offer in my own way and out of my perspective, based on my questions that I want to know about them. And so I think that's very important, and that's quite literally what makes my soul scream the loudest, and I'm ready to just go for it. So I hope that, this helps you get to know me a little bit better, who I am personally, and what my mission is and my vision is. And I hope you're down to take the journey with me, because I'm ready to go for it. So Born to Vibe, guys.